Learning to navigate the Windows Performance Analyzer, or WPA, can help you find the cause of performance issues. When you open an event trace log in WPA, the Graph Explorer is on the left and an Analysis tab appears on the right. Through Graph Explorer, WPA takes information in the trace file and groups it into logical categories based on subsystems. For example, everything related to the CPU is in the computation category. Everything related to the hard disk is under storage. These thumbnails are KPIs, or key performance indicators, that can help you make a quick judgment about where to start your investigation or analysis. For example, in this trace, there's more activity happening on the CPU than the other subsystems, so it looks like computation is where to start the investigation. To start analyzing the CPU activity, drag the default computation graph to the Analysis tab. The Analysis tab now shows a series of processes, and a corresponding graph shows the CPU usage for those processes over time. The legend shows which process each line in the graph represents. Similarly, the tooltip information is available. The table shows process usage in aggregate. So while the graph shows usage over time, the table shows total usage for that time span. The table also has a gold and blue bar. Columns to the left of the gold bar define how data in the table is going to be grouped. The column to the right of the blue bar defines what is going to be graphed. The information in the graph and the information in the table are synchronized. For example, when a process is selected, the points in time when that process is using CPU are highlighted in the graph, and the process is highlighted in the table, showing the aggregate usage information. You can also drag your mouse across any section of the graph to select a time span. Now you can focus on the processes with high CPU usage during just that time span to see what is relevant for that time span. The processes using CPU are highlighted in the table. The processes that use more CPU during this time span have a darker highlight. After you choose a time span to investigate, right-click to zoom into the time span. In this example, I'll zoom to where there is a page navigation problem. All new graphs will be zoomed to this same time span. Now the graph is updated to show information only from this time span. Similarly, the table has been updated to show the aggregate data for this time span. To focus on a specific process, select that process and right-click to filter the view to just that selection. The data in both the graph and table are updated to show details specific to that process. WPA also lets you visualize activity across resources. For example, dragging the storage graph over to the Analysis tab shows the storage graph zoomed to the same time span as the CPU utilization graph. You can select a time span in any graph, and that time span will be synchronized across all the graphs and tables in the Analysis tab, which can help you narrow down the investigation of a performance issue found on your computer. Now you give it a try. To learn more, see additional information online.